Okay. I think we are live, hopefully. Checking it. Okay, there we go. All right, how's it going, everybody? We are back with another podcast for everyone. This is going to be fun. Sharing it to Twitter as well as sharing the link. I'm going to post the link there on Discord for the admin. There we go. And how's everybody doing tonight? So, a couple things that I wanted to talk about personally is the Keemstar shit, as well as ImJayStation acting like a whiny little child because he got backlash. Man. So, by the way, so as you guys notice, when it comes down to it, because I know we've lost a few people that probably just want to watch the videos, just to save me time and energy, I may just make the podcast specifically for the Onision stuff. If anything, I'll take notes of videos that I was going to respond to and save them for the podcast. Just because it's so much time to make those videos, and then eventually Greg trying to copyright claim the videos. It's just a pain in the ass. At the very least, we could just talk about him. And Richard, who do we hate more? That's a good question. They both are kind of equally douchey in that sense. But yeah, so I might make the Greg content exclusively for the podcast, and I may focus my attentions on doing other stuff, like kind of helping Magi with creepypasta reads or reading stories from H.P. Lovecraft, which I read a few of his, and oh my gosh. If you ever want to read from a good horror writer, H.P. Lovecraft is probably one of the best ones, and Edgar Allan Poe. How's it going, Aden?
It's going.
So,
how about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing excellent. Actually, one other thing. I just finished recording Heart of Stone for The Witcher.
Oh.
So tonight, after this podcast, I will be recording the last DLC and then getting on to because I bought Dragon Ball Kakarot.
Ooh.
And Star Wars, was it The Fallen Order?
I think that's what it was called, yeah.
So those are the two next games that will be or at least I will be recording for the channel. And then I think, if anything, after that, because I'm kind of switching back and forth from the different consoles I have, after those two, I am recording Pokemon Sword. I have Shield on there, but I heard that apparently they're different gyms.
Two gyms are different, and depending on which version you have.
Yep. So I will be recording that game. So, shall we get into it?
Sure.
All right. So, who agrees with me that Keemstar is an asshole?
Oh, he most definitely can be.
Oh no, I mean, at this point, I don't think he genuinely gives a shit about the people that are affected by this, have been affected by this. Yes, Richard, they're the game's getting a DLC. I think the only way he's talking about it is if he's going to make a profit off of it. I mean, if you look at what he did you see what he posted on Twitter?
I actually know nothing about the situation.
Okay, so one of the things, I'm gonna look for his tweets because I want to read them. But one of the things he definitely did was he made this quick video, trying to beg. And I think I just like every time he said he's going to do something on Greg, he's fallen back off of that. He had Leafy is here, and they're making a joke about Leafy being a victim.
What?
Yeah. Hold on, let me find it. I know I had it. Hold on. It's going to take me a second. As you guys can hear me, the clicking from my freaking phone. But it's like, I mean, that's one. I would say that's like one of the perfect ways to show how much you don't give a shit, and you think it's a joke. I mean, he was trying to call out iNabber for the content he makes. I'm trying to find it. Freaking A.
I've never really watched iNabber, but isn't it somewhat a somewhat similar format
For what the Onision content?
or as far as iNabber is concerned?
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Here's the audio. So I can pull up the thing. Here's the audio, guys.
Similar content. I don't know. I think I've only ever watched.
I'm on the phone with Leafy right now. A lot of people are saying, this isn't real or whatever. But, Leafy apparently wants to help me interview Onision. Is that right?
Yeah, dude. He fucking groomed me as well. He fucking groomed me. We gotta get to the bottom of it now.
Onision, come do the interview on Dromeler with Keemstar, and Leafy is here.
It's just, that's fucking wrong. That is so wrong. Yeah, that I will say, like, just more like, this is just me morally. I feel that is the wrong way to go about it. And Keemstar, for those who don't know, I'm not a fan of Keemstar. He's proven time and time again how much of a fucking douchebag he is. So,
like, those kinds of jokes.
It's not cool.
There's a time and place for everything.
That's not the time nor the place.
Exactly. Dark humor is one of those things that you need the right timing. Otherwise, it's going to fall flat and it's going to blow up in your face.
Yeah, right now, you have the victims that see that, and they're just like, yeah, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Mm-hmm. But like I said, Keemstar, when it comes to shit like that, he pushes the envelope. He doesn't give a shit. I mean, there time and time again, he's when people were concerned about the freaking monetization or the demonetization, people getting attacked, their channels attacked. What did he do? He fucking made jokes. He fucking was an insensitive little shit.
Yeah,
and had his and when people called him out, he had his attack dog Kavos to cover him.
Now, I will say this much: what content I have seen of Keemstar's, it seems like he's trying to go like the night show route, trying to add humor to certain topics, so as to either keep things interesting or to.
I don't think that's the case.
I wasn't finished.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Or to or to try and lighten the mood, but either way, depending on the joke or how it's gone about, it's not really. It might not mesh that well.
Yeah. But I think it ultimately just goes back to the whole there's a time and a place. And with the things going on, I mean, I just before doing the stream or starting it, I went and watched the recent interview with Chris and Shiloh. And she kind of gave her concerns about how, and we were talking about this in the last podcast where Greg was saying that victims who express their feelings on camera are fake victims. Like, dude, you're so full of shit. And she even calls him out on that, and so does Chris. I guess he even called the sheriff's department or whatever to complain about a representative talking to Chris about the investigation.
Wow.
Which I think it just goes to show he's afraid that something is going to come out.
Might be something we don't know about.
Yeah. Well,
you never know, and that's just contemplation on my part.
Yeah. I mean, we had that moment where, you know, it was brought up that, you know, his daughter fell out of the room or fell out of the window. What else could be going on in that house that nobody knows about behind closed doors? It's a scary thing to think about.
And the tough part about such things is that it's easy to jump to conclusions.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, when it comes down to it, and ultimately, this is the biggest thing. Greg, like, looking at his channel, looking at some of his exploits, he will expose himself continuously when things aren't going his way. I mean, it's like the saying, you are your greatest enemy.
I haven't missed much, Marianne. We talked a little bit about Keemstar and
you mean douche star?
Come on now.
That's what we're gonna call. Okay, so between Arsene being TMZ Smeagol, Onision being Grooming Onion, Keemstar is now douche star.
What did who do now? Which person are we talking about? Marianne. I have to ask.
If you're asking about Keem, he was a little prick and in some way denounced the legitimacy of the victims. Yep, Keemstar. By making a joke on Twitter.
As far as that nickname you came up with, we might be able to come up with something more tasteful, but
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll probably come up with something better. But it's just,
I mean, it can be viewed that way from what I just got told a few moments ago.
Yeah, actually, that was another thing too, is a lot of people are calling him out for defending his actions. Defending Greg. Which delegitimizing the victims, yeah, it does seem like that's the case.
Whether it's intentional or not, that does not look good for anyone.
Yeah.
That does that kind of thing.
Exactly. But, you know, that's Keemstar. He's kind of like Greg. He's done that for quite a while.
goes, Marianne said, because he goes on a rampage depending on Young Boy, which is weird because ImJayStation does fake shit and he is a danger and should be taken off the platform, but Onision does real shit and he should have a chance to speak.
Yeah. That is oh yeah, that actually is something. Oh gosh, they actually made a good point. Friggin' A. Yeah, give the possible groomer a freaking chance to speak, but we're not going to listen to this one guy that made fake videos. Now, I'm not condoning ImJayStation. He's a piece of shit too, which we'll be talking about him in a second. But it is, for lack of a better word, hypocritical, to say the least. But I like I said before, when it comes to Keemstar, it seems like he is afraid to do anything involving Greg. And people have called him out on that.
Just dropped by to tell you guys DBZ Bridge is over. Oh, wow. Thanks for letting us know, Magic.
DBZ Bridge is over? What do you mean? No.
I thought they were going to do the Boo Saga and whatnot, but oh, wow.
Oh, no. Hold on, I got to look to see if there's anything on their channel. Oh, that's bullshit if it is. Oh, gosh, dang it. Yeah. There's a 14-minute video talking about it. That's crap.
Thank you, Magi. I will be taking a look at it after this is over.
Thanks,
Take
Magi.
it easy, man.
Okay.
Oh,
wow. That's a damn shame.
I might have to watch that.
What?
Marianne Madison put in the chat. Jacqueline Glenn is going through all 8 hours of Onision's content right now. It's such a long stream.
Oh, jeez.
Richard Forrest said they decided they didn't want to fuck up the kind of conclusion they did for DBZ Abridged. That makes sense.
So kind of end on somewhat of a happy note. Are they still gonna? My question is, are they still gonna do the shorts, like the DBZ shorts? That'd be funny.
That, and I'm pretty sure they're working on the final episodes for Mission Abridged.
I mean, it would have been great to see what they would have done for season 3.
You mean 4?
Is it 4? Yeah, it is 4. Okay, yeah. Jeez, I keep forgetting. Yeah, because it was the Saiyan, Frieza, then Cell. Gosh, freaking A, man.
JC Shade is saying she's like 3.5 hours in, and they have a spin the wheel where they're taking onion shots and kombucha shots, looking entertaining where they put themselves through, and now their dog gets mini treats. Oh wow!
Now, are we talking about like all of his content, or just the content that's been archived for? Oh no!
I think they might be talking. I think they're talking about the
recent 40 plus videos. Oh,
the
God.
mass uploads that he's done recently.
I don't think I could bring myself to do that.
The wheel spin is apparently for people who donate about $50. Okay. Where's MJ? Good. I think she's dealing with some stuff like concerning college and whatnot. I'm not sure. Welcome to the stream, Mosa.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. But
okay, so yeah, it's on the recent mass uploads.
That was dumb. Oh, can we both agree that I don't know if you've seen his little animated videos. His animated avatars of himself are creepy as fucking hell.
He's made.
Oh yeah, yeah, animated avatars of himself. What I think? Oh, what was it? I'm trying to think of the analogy that Vegeta used for the Cell Juniors.
God.
It's like every nightmare ever. It's like every nightmare I've ever had fused into one, cloned itself, fucked the clone, and made those. Yeah, that's it. It's horrifying.
This may have been the route he was thinking of doing when he said he wasn't going to show his face.
Yeah.
Anymore. Though I'm still of the mind of, let's see how long that lasts.
Yeah, I don't think it will last long. No doubtably.
Something is bound to come up to where he cannot resist actually getting on camera and talking about it.
Yeah.
Which happens.
Yeah, exactly. No, again, it's horrifying to look at.
He made his avatar hair look greasy and dry at the same time.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's not just the look of the avatar. It's just whatever he's using to animate. They move so janky. It's just freaking a mess. And I find it funny that he talks about how many hours he does on his videos, but with how poorly those characters are animated, like I'm just thinking to myself, did he take like 2 minutes to animate these avatars for these videos?
Oh, damn, Beetle Girl.
Wait, what'd they write?
Those avatars are the things people with sleep paralysis see.
Oh God. Oh gosh.
Hey, Vam.
Instead of a shadow or the man in hat, you see Grooming Onion freaking just slowly hovering over your bed, closer and closer. And in the back of your mind, all of a sudden you hear in this really like monstrous voice, "I'm a banana," getting louder and louder.
Come on now, we don't want to give our viewers nightmares.
Oh no, more likely they're gonna have dreams of the pitchfork and him in hell.
Dude, this is probably gonna look bad.
Huh?
When all is said and done,
Oh gosh.
like
Sage, what'd you
much
post?
later on, like people might be doing a variation of Bloody Mary when it comes to him, instead of Bloody Mary or in
Biggie Smalls.
or Biggie Smalls. Thank you. I was actually leading up to that. Gonna be I'm a banana. Hey, Sage. Let's see. Plastic Man animation's better than that.
Oh man.
Yeah. Or Groomin Onion. That would actually be better.
Yeah, if this channel ever got bigger, I swear we'd make t-shirts of that. Figure out what we would do for it.
One moment. I'm taking the plunge. I'm seeing what the link is.
Greg, scared guys, why deleting social media? You guys notice? Wait, what?
Greg is scared, guys. Why is he deleting social media? Have you guys noticed? I think what they're basically trying to say.
I have not noticed. I mean, he's hidden away like a little coward with his Twitter being freaking locked up. I know there was a couple times he unprivated it to say, try to pull fast one, say, hey, you guys are stalkers. You guys are mean to me. It's like we're just talking about your antics, dude. We're not really being mean to you.
Oh God, you're not wrong, Marianne. I've noticed that. Like, holy hell.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, MCU. Oh, you're having a good one.
Take care. So, I think let's get on to the next one. ImJayStation. Apparently, we didn't get enough of a good thing because he did get I guess it was found out he did get arrested and was released and was bitching and moaning about just the situation, trying to make it seem like he was the one in the right.
Jesus.
Which is usually how it goes with people like him and Greg. And somebody else we know by the name of TMZ Smeagol.
How do you feel about Keemstar starting the hashtag thing with JStation? What's...
Did anyone watch Tommy C's video that had the older clip of Sarah and Kai talking? Oh, actually, I did. I didn't see that video yet. I did see, and I did, like, it reminded me of, because somebody posted that clip on Twitter. Yeah, for those who don't know, it was earlier on, when Kai, because they're all trying to deny, oh, we had nothing on the laptop. Kai or Sarah calls out Kai for not doing a factory reset on the damn thing, so everything was on there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was made. It was made public. Like,
oh wow was to that, and what Vam said.
What Vam say?
Keemstar had started a hashtag on Twitter a few days ago concerning JStation. You are not wrong, Mara.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna. Can I just say we're gonna get hate either way for me saying this. One thing that we try not to do for our channel is ensue hatred. Like, you tell you guys, hey, go attack this person's channel, do all that. I feel like that's something that Keemstar is trying to do. And as much as I hate fucking JStation, I wouldn't go about that way. You know?
That's really, if that's what the case is, that's not cool.
I mean, I will say that Keemstar did say one thing right, was when it comes to people's actions, they do need to be made public, and more people need to be aware, but not to go do the things he said he was doing. Power cynical as a furry. Yeah, that's right. Friggin', there's a lot of stuff. And again, as I mentioned before, I'm not a fan of Keemstar. He's done a lot of shady shit.
If I remember correctly, Magi has shown me some videos concerning like a back and forth of sorts between Pyro and Keem concerning that whole fiasco.
The gist was that Kai didn't clear the laptop properly, and Tommy C treated it as though any incriminating evidence on there would have been accidental or unintentional. If anything, I think all I'm gonna say about that, I still need to watch the video. That's up to the FBI or whoever's running the investigation. I mean, if anything, they'll probably still use any information on that laptop as incriminating evidence.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's gonna come back hard on you guys and get everyone restrictions. Sarah mentions that the account on the laptop is set to the account named Greg. And yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Greg tried to make it seem like it wasn't his laptop. So on that note, then they may look more into Greg when it comes to the laptop.
Well, it's quite possible. Depending on what's on there, it could just end up being circumstantial evidence and therefore tossed out. We don't know.
Yeah. Now, because I don't think we talked about the drama last time when it first started, I want to talk about this. The whole Jay convincing his girlfriend to fake her death. First off, I want to point out that in one of his earlier videos, he mentioned, and we talked about this, he said he was going to do any more of these 3 a.m. videos.
All right, guys.
They still had the freaking Keemstar video up. But yeah, he said he wasn't going to do this anymore. And what does he fucking do? As soon as somebody famous dies, boom, another 3 a.m. video where he's claiming he's talking to the dead or the recently deceased, not giving the family the chance to mourn before he starts, ripping apart the corpse to see if there's any money coming out of it.
Jesus.
But just, and then with the recent stuff, it's just fucked up,
I'm sorry, I'm not saying much on it. It's just fucking hell.
It's like me personally. It's just like how morally bankrupt do you have to be to do shit like that? It just blows my mind. MC wrote, I don't really know if Alexia can be trusted either, but I don't know. I mean, at this point, with her agreeing to it, I can't agree with either one of them. It's just the situation in and of itself is fucked. Mara wrote, wasn't Alexia originally in cahoots with him until her family told her to take them down? Yeah, I believe it was her family that got her to finally speak out or to kind of shut it down. And Jay didn't like that. Also, you cannot convince me that YouTube isn't knowingly... Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm trying to read Marianne's stuff, and
They're basically saying that you can't convince them that YouTube doesn't knowingly have pedo circles.
Yeah.
Too many instances of that on here to be accidental.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, and I think I will say again, because I watched Chris Hansen's and Shiloh's recent interview, and they were talking about how at this point it's like you use your content to entertain, and they said something
Fair
along the
point,
lines
Mara.
of,
Sorry. Wasn't thinking.
"Hey, be careful speaking those words aloud."
Yeah. Thanks for the warning.
Did I say that?
I did when
Oh.
reading the comment out loud.
Okay. But they were pointing out how, like, with Greg's content, even though he believes it to be influential, it's not. And in fact, it does more harm than good to people. Because people, and this kind of ties in with the stuff with ImJayStation. People get influenced by the content. They see what they do. They notice that they aren't getting any repercussions for what they do, and then they proceed to do it themselves.
Yeah.
MC wrote, but we do, that ImJayStation also was abusive to his former girlfriend. I think I did hear something about that.
Spell check can be a pain.
Yeah.
ImJayStation just strikes me as someone who comes across as super dumb, but isn't really as dumb as he seems. But a lot dumber than he thinks he is.
I just see an individual who's greedy, and doesn't matter who he affects, who he hurts, he's going to do whatever he can to make money. That's the kind of individual I see ImJayStation as. He only sees numbers. Just like some of the other people we've talked about. That's all he cares about.
Like, concerning that whole fiasco with him and Alexia, just let it die. Just let it die.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, with Greg, I'm going to say this, with Greg, with Greg and ImJayStation, people like them that do really heinous shit, that they're just going to hang themselves in the end. They're just going to keep doing the things they do, and they're just going to incriminate themselves. LP. Wait, who's LP? Oh, Logan Paul.
There you go.
I had to look at the earlier ones. I don't. I mean, me personally, Logan Paul and Jake Paul are annoying little shits, but for people like him for some reason. What do you think of Kavos probably fighting ImJayStation? My ultimate reaction to that is I'll believe it when I see it and when it actually does happen. And I know a lot of people want to see freaking ImJayStation's teeth get knocked out for being the insufferable little prick he is.
See, Marianne said, it's sad that the faking his girlfriend's death is what's getting him canceled and not the other shit.
Yeah. I kind of feel like
back.
I kind of feel like it might be that might have been like what broke the camel's back in that sense. Where at this point he's even willing to fake his girlfriend's death to try to get views. Not enough popular people died, so he's gonna try to use somebody else's death. He'd probably go down in one punch. Kavos is relatively harmless in spite of his association with Keem. Well, like I said earlier, Kavos is Keem's little attack dog. In case people didn't know, Keemstar kind of schooled Kavos in some sense. At least that's what I noticed is when people were talking against Keem, Kavos would be there like not a moment to spare to freaking try to do videos on those individuals.
Huh. I'm back, by the way.
All right, take care, vegan.
Take it easy, man.
Keemstar hates. I'm Alex. I'm trying to remember who I'm Alex is. Freaking A. I know who. It's like the name is drawing a blank right now. Yeah.
Hasty British commentary YouTuber. Okay.
Yeah, like Keem though, he's an obnoxious little shit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez.
I do not know a lot of what goes on in the drama community.
I mean, at this point,
I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
I mostly try to stay away from talking about Kavos. Because, like I said, he's Keem's attack dog, and whenever I've noted, there's been a couple occasions where he, or at least somebody talks about him, he doesn't spare time to make a counter argument or try to shit on the individual and the channel.
Huh.
Kind of like Keem, he doesn't like to be. He gets very butthurt. I mean, I ask you guys to check out. I'm trying to remember which. I might post it in the link in the description. But a perfect example of Keemstar being butthurt, not getting his way, is Tommy C talking about the one of the last recordings for their baited podcast, where Tommy C is like has enough of it, goes on a full on rant, and puts Keem in his place.
He didn't take too kindly to it, I take it.
No. I mean, take a look at like one of the last episodes of the beta where they're trying to shit on Tommy. And I guess they used his side of the audio for that episode. What was supposed to be the last one. Who are Tommy C and Keem? I am actually not sure. I know, at least from what I've seen, Tommy C and Colossal is all right, but not those two. I think there's still some animosity towards those two. By the way, in case there's new people, welcome to the stream. We are doing good. I'm looking at the comments. Who is Tommy C? Okay, that's actually, for those who don't know, because Marianne asked who Tommy C is. Tommy C was an individual that somewhat got started when he was invited into the baited podcast with Keemstar and Colossal is Crazy. By the way, hey, Aden, you know what I think probably Colossal and Keemstar's biggest regret would probably be? I was just thinking about this. That really bad Half-Life prequel.
Wait. What?
Oh, you didn't know about this, did you?
No.
Yeah, so
Could you repeat it?
There was a Half-Life game, a fan game that was made.
Oh.
That's supposed to be in between the events of Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2. And this was supposed to be like a passion fan project. A bunch of YouTubers got involved, and it was utter garbage for the final product. By the way, the dumbest thing is, and I'm not kidding, it just adds on to Keem's ego. Keem being the president of the United fucking States. I am not shitting you.
That game. I think it was Chasing Freeman.
Somebody chose him to be probably for his only one line. I don't care. It's dumb. Him being the president of the United States.
This is, I think the game's name was Chasing Freeman.
Chasing Freeman.
Glad to hear it, Mal. Glad to hear it.
Hold on, let me see.
Wait. Tommy C is currently fighting with Lieutenant Cobra?
Lieutenant Cobra.
That name sounds familiar.
I'll have to check that out.
MCU said Tommy C is horrible and he's so immature and stupid. Marianne, didn't ImJayStation go across the border to spend the night in a hotel with Magi? What?
I think that's something that came up, yes.
Even she said she stayed up to make sure nothing happened to her. Oh.
Allegedly. So we're covering our asses.
Okay.
Allegedly. Yes, that's what he did. All right, and then Tommy C went off. I got to find out this Lieutenant Cobra guy. Oh, gosh. I will admit that watching some of Tommy C's stuff, kind of like Keem, he sometimes doesn't take criticism well. Or flack. Oh my gosh. Man, we started a firestorm on the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Vam wrote, I found him recently while he talked about Onision in his videos. I'm trying to read the comments this second. It sucks that StreamYard, because we're using StreamYard, it doesn't have that feature where you can set up a bar and you can see the. I kind of wish we would sometimes use the old format. You know,
The old format?
where we're using like
Discord?
not Discord, OBS.
Mhm.
Or Streamlabs OBS. And you can see the chat on the side.
Does help keep the make it to where it's slightly easier to see the chat in case for some reason the chat doesn't show in the
thank you for the correction, MCU. Random topic. Did you know that they're making 4 different shows for the Marvel? No, was it 3? No, actually.
I'm wondering how long it would take.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of like how it was announced originally. Falcon and Bucky, Wanda and Vision, and Loki. Now, something else I found out is they're probably going to be making a Star Wars show. But this one will be focusing on, oh gosh, what's the character's name? Mary Jade, who's, I guess, supposed to be a Jedi. I'm trying to remember the name. Gosh, freaking A. I can't remember the character's name. I know it's been mentioned several times. Oh, man. Oh, it's 4? Rocky and Bullwinkle. No, I didn't say Rocky and Bullwinkle. Oh, that would be kind of funny. Actually, another random thing. So apparently, it was brought up that Tails might be in the Sonic movie.
Really?
Yeah, there's a clip. It might be fake, but I'm kind of curious because do you see what looks like a Tails in the live in the style of the live action on a cliffside? He says something along the lines of "I'm hope I'm not too late." Then whips out his 2 tails, jumps off the cliff, and then flies to the nearest city.
Huh.
So that movie's coming out
I'll have to take a look at it. Because up until you bringing that up, people had been theorizing that by the end of it, that cop that Sonic's been hanging out with is gonna become Tails.
Who knows? I mean, there was a plot line in the Sonic comics where you find out that the people or characters like Sonic, Tails, or whatever are the evolved forms of what used to be humans. I guess there was like this kind of mutation bomb or something that caused the entire populace of humanity to perish.
Oh.
Or something along those lines.
That's actually quite intriguing.
Oh, and apparently Eggman is not human. He's an alien.
Leave that shit from Mega Man, please.
Huh? What?
What you just said.
No, I'm being serious.
Eggman's
like there's
alien.
no Eggman.
Yeah.
Eggman. I guess in some form of the comic, Eggman is a part of this race that tries to take over.
Thank you for responding to that, Mara. I don't know it. I don't know those lyrics.
What?
That's great. Mal had asked if we knew the lyrics to the Onision Meltdown titled Wow, and Mara's typing it in.
Oh gosh.
Chat.
Yeah. Even though he denounced it as fake, I feel like the emotion there was real. He was pissed that they finally took action against him.
So you're looking forward to, I think it was March,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Remake, and not too long afterwards, Season 3 of Castlevania.
Ooh.
Oh, I can't wait. Even though I don't know what the hell they're going to be doing with it. All I know is that Camille has apparently is going to have a spotlight, a major spotlight.
I'm just going to say this, and I know it just be kind of retreading. Bring back Dracula. I like this version of Dracula that they had for season 1 and 2.
If they're going to follow any of the plot for not Lords of Shadow, sorry, for Curse of Darkness, we're not going to see anything of Dracula most likely until near the end.
I mean, look,
or until the end, depending on how they go about it.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. Dracula has got to be one of my favorite characters in that show. Mostly because you see what he's going through.
Mm-hmm.
He is such a tragic character, and it's like he finds somebody that he loves. He loses that person because people are ignorant. So he proceeds. He does the only thing he can do, which is freaking. I mean, it's a terrible thing, yes, but it's the only thing he can do because he's pissed off that people killed his wife.
Mm-hmm. And depending on if it's the continuity, I think it is, which, seeing as they've shown a portrait of Leon Belmont and even talked about him briefly while going through the Belmont household.
Yeah.
This is the same Dracula that was Leon Belmont's best friend in the Crusades.
Well, it seems I will say that with
who became Dracula because he denounced God due to either his sister or his fiance got killed while they were away.
I will say that it does seem like, to some extent, Dracula had some idea of the Belmonts in like the last couple of episodes, or no, the last episode when Trevor is using the weapon against him.
Yeah, but, the Morning Star.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, that final scene with Dracula. They end their fight in Alucard's old room, and it just freaking hits him that all this stuff he's doing is harming his own son.
Yeah, that hits.
It hits
like,
deep.
Holy hell. Let's see. I'm gonna take a look at the chat real quick. Did any of us
so
with Sarah and Onion?
So if I can respond to what Mara said.
Apparently it's a skip, but Onion was a way better actor a few years ago, if that's the case.
Wait, what? I know you said you aren't going to make Onion videos for a while, but I hope you make at least one on Onision's ridiculous anime characters in his new videos. I might make a reaction to that, but as I mentioned, like near the beginning of the stream, us talking about Greg might be exclusive for the podcast itself. Like I'll probably like
what it is.
Yeah. If I might make a quick couple of notes on some of the videos he's posted, and then we'll briefly talk about it. But ultimately, I want to kind of put my time onto other stuff, you know?
MCU, it's all good. You don't need to, like, it's not really blasphemous Like, it was that you haven't played 7. It's all good. Like,
What, for Castlevania?
no, Final Fantasy 7.
Oh,
Like, it was the first one I've played, but if you haven't played it, you haven't played it, you know?
10 was mine. I fucking hate 10.
And as far as you being lost, I take it it's concerning the Castlevania talk?
By the way, look forward to me playing Final Fantasy X eventually and being absolutely abhorred by that game. Or disappointed.
It's actually not that bad a game. I mean, like, one of the things that people like to rag on it about is that laughing scene, but I mean, if you take it in context...
Titus sucks as a character.
And Titus does.
He is a whiny little shit.
I'm actually...
here's my counter. Because everybody's like, it's Titus the hero. Like, no, technically, it's Yuna's story.
Mm-hmm.
It's Yuna's journey in this whole thing. Titus is just a footnote in that. And
I will say this: if not for him and Jecht being taken out of the Faith's dream, spoiler alert for those who haven't played or watched anyone play it.
And it gets confusing for 10 too. Oh no! Like, look at the final battle.
I know.
Like, because
that's not him. Though.
No, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, so spoiler alerts. So you fight this character, or in 10-2, there's a character that pops up that looks exactly like Titus. And for the final fight, you have to fight against him. Now,
and a giant mech that you have to take down.
Hold on. I'm not done. I'm going to get to my point. So,
sorry.
As you're doing the fight, you hear this voice. Now, if you pay close attention, that's Jecht, Titus's father. And he's belittling him as he did for his son. So it confuses the whole thing. Like, why would Jecht be calling this guy the same things or doing the same tactics that he did with his son?
Well, it could very well be like it something I've theorized, like back when 10.2 was still relatively new. That Jecht and Titus, or Titus, however you wish to pronounce it, yes, they are the dream of the faith, but the dreams have to be based on someone.
I swear,
people within those dreams have to be based on someone.
It's like the ideas for the clones for Tsubasa Chronicles.
I need to get back to reading that.
That confused the living shit out of me. Especially the final act.
I need to get back to reading that. The furthest I've gotten is
Have you finished it?
Main character, I forgot his name, becoming a vampire. Wait, no, not becoming a vampire, but
the blonde guy.
No, that's why I was taking it. That's why I took it back.
Yeah, shit. Spoiler alert for those who never watched it or read it.
But they were in the world of Clamps X.
Not okay, Vam. I'm not mad.
Is there?
It's just I kind of feel like with Final Fantasy X, their ideas were so jumbled up that it was literally them just kind of throwing a dart at a board and seeing what sticks. That's how I feel like Final Fantasy X is. It's to some extent, and it doesn't help too that some of the characters are so oddly dressed. The character designs are ridiculous, especially when you have a character named, Riku, who is 15 and is over-sexualized to all hell in both 10 and 10.2.
I can't fight you on that.
Oh, and then you have
people are acting like brother.
Oh, and you
Riku's
think
brother in regards to her.
and you think freaking Waka is, his hair is ridiculous in that game. Then you have the blue antlered guy, whatever his freaking name was, who can't seem to fucking die.
Seymour.
Oh my gosh.
That's actually his hair.
I know. That's why I'm making fun of the fact that it is physically impossible.
Even as a kid, he got his hair like that. What the?
What is he like? My question, because is he like one of the higher ups of Yevon? What did he like freaking? Is he like stealing money from the donation bin to freaking like get his hair like that?
No, it's due to him being half Guado.
Or is it the fact that he since he died, he's now immortalized like that, like fucking vampires? And I'm quoting freaking what's it called? Interview with Vampire. Not Twilight, because Twilight sucks.
Which character are we talking about here? Lestat or
Oh no, we're talking about Seymour from friggin'
I meant as far as Interview with the Vampire goes. And
no, well, I made for those who don't know the scene, you have oh gosh, what was her name? She was a kid back then. She played Mary Jane for Spider-Man. Oh god, what was her name?
I can't remember.
There's a scene where she has like these pigtails. She cuts her hair like really like tomboyish, and then immediately it grows back to how it was before. Yeah, I don't care if Edward sparkles. He's a little shit. Him and whatever werewolf boy fucking got cucked by oh gosh, I can't remember her name too.
Rob, it's not that he had feelings for Bella. He had feelings for her unborn child before the child was even conceived. What?
Yeah, he got fucking cucked too.
No. What?
That's fucking dude. That is fucking creepy. Who was the author of that? I'm trying to remember. Who was the freaking the author of that? I got something to say.
I honestly, Stephanie Meyer.
Stephanie Meyer, you fucking creepy. You are disturbing.
She's a it's been speculated, if not proven, because I'm not sure, that she basically it's just her trying to pull and trying to
go political.
No, do a story similar to Anne Rice's Lestat Chronicles.
I don't care. It's fucking creepy. That's like
that's funny because Twilight can be viewed as a fan fiction of the Lestat Chronicles, and it got popular, and then a fan fiction of Twilight got popular, or something that started as a fan fiction of Twilight.
I don't care. It's
creepy.
It's like finding out that the director of Jeepers Creepers was a convicted kitty fondler. And by the way, look that up. That's actually true.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the director for Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 was convicted for that. And let me just say, it fucking shows. I like you watch it, and it's fucking just it adds to the creep factor.
Oh wow!
But anyways, so bottom line, Keem's a piece of shit. Jay's a piece of shit. Greg's a piece of shit. TMZ, Smeagol's a piece of shit that do really shitty things. And we have a lot of fun talking about geek culture and all that crap. And ranting. So, do you have any final things you want to say? Because I think we're going to end it.
Okay. I don't.
Okay.
I can't
think
of anything.
So, bottom line, and I will say that this stream was fun. We kind of went off the rails a little bit near the end, but whatever. That's what happens sometimes. What did they write? But Rob, vampire and werewolves are fighting for a girl who. You know what? Okay, one last thing I want to rant about. You want to know the only good thing about that fucking movie? The only good thing about that whole series, which by the way, I want to point out, I have this tendency that if I see a one movie from a series, I for some reason in the back of my mind, I have to finish the whole thing through. I unfortunately, what was it? It was Twilight and something else. I had already seen the other movie because I was at a freaking a flight. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to see what the big deal is. I fucking hated it. I hated the first Twilight. Then I watched the second one, then the third one, and then part one of 4, and then the last part. And you know what the only good thing was of that entire series? When you find out when they have the whole big battle and everybody fucking dies. But what ruined that whole thing was when you find out that it was a vision of the future. A big F you to the fan or to the people that wanted that shit to happen. Rant over.
You had to watch the second part for the final movie.
Don't watch it.
I want to.
Don't watch it. Again, it's just fucking creepy. With the werewolf getting the hots for the baby. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate everybody coming on. Oh wait, what did Vam write? If it makes you feel better, I was forced to watch Twilight and with my friend because she was in the Twilight phase. I feel your pain. But anyways, okay, I gotta end it. I gotta freaking end this. Thank you guys for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys have anything you'd like to add in the conversation, leave in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You want to follow us on social media, links are in the description. Want to follow Aden, Magi, and MJ on streaming. They stream on YouTube and Twitch. Want to follow some of my content. I usually upload in between the times of midnight, 6 a.m., and noon for my Let's Watch and Let's Plays. This is Rob and Aden of Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and you guys take care.
See ya.